So here are my initial thoughts.
Sure.
I am...
Are you starting?
Am I starting what? My initial thoughts are that I am happier than I thought I was going to be. Now, I've heard of the honeymoon phase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How long does that last?
No,
I didn't research that.
Considering we went from 5,000 square feet and down to 1,900 square feet, and I'm really not happy in 1,900 square feet at all.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think I was gonna dig this.
Yeah, it's about 380 now.
Well, especially considering we've got 3 animals in here.
Yeah. No, like this one who just got down after I just let you up, buddy.
Yeah, one of which is dying. One of which would eat one of the other ones. I mean, it just kind of has a recipe for disaster written all over it.
Yeah. So this guy here, we were cutting his hair up a little bit before we left.
Yeah, getting him ready to go to the groomers tomorrow.
Yeah, and he found this. We don't know if it's a cyst or a tumor yet. So
we've been
on
putting
his shoulder.
The Magi complex on it, which is frankincense, myrrh, and turmeric.
So yeah, that was right as we were leaving. We figured that one out, and you just bathed him 30 or 40 days ago,
right?
And previously, and you didn't notice that, so
yeah,
it's come on pretty rapid.
So normally he goes to the groomer 2 to 3 times a year. We get him shaved all the way down, and then when you're living in Idaho, it just makes sense to let his hair grow out in the winter. But we've been sick ourselves, and we're in the middle of house renovation, and he hasn't been getting groomed like he normally does. We're in a different state. So in any case, it was a surprise. You know, we just had to go. We were traveling, and I had just put him in the bath before we left for Georgia, and nothing. So it came quickly.
Yeah. What are you doing, dude? You
know,
went down?
he's trying to go
He's
down.
very confused.
And so, yeah, you know, fingers crossed that everything is okay.
Yeah.
The cat is doing better than I thought she would.
The cat's doing better than anybody.
Yeah.
She's got the master bedroom, and she just lays on our pillow and looks out the window and rolls around, and got her litter box in our shower.
My allergies aren't going crazy.
Yep.
From her being in there, and neither are Colton's.
No, Colty's not doing too bad. He's really not. So, our son has quite a few allergies, food and otherwise. So, you know, we're so far so good on that. I think he might have got a little bit when we were at Alexa's. Because he was having like a runny nose fit last night.
Oh, okay.
I just figured maybe that's because she's got so many cats.
And dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're different, right? So.
Yeah, so he's not quite as used to it. But other than that, so you're feeling better about the decision as of right now.
Well.
Only 5 days in, mind you. So.
I'm the one that said let's live in this full time to finish up the house renovation.
Yeah, finish up the house renos down in Florida,
right,
which I think is a great idea because we do have that one 1,000 Trails campsite that's about 2 miles from our house. So if we can go ahead and stay there for a month, we can really crank out that house because move all the furniture, get the floors put in, put the baseboards in, finish painting. And I can do that so much faster, and so can you when there's not kid stuff everywhere.
Right.
We don't have to live daily life there. So, for me, I mean, I think it's good. It's just good for me in general because everything's in a small area, and I can really try to improve on something which is to pinpoint in on something that needs to be accomplished and then see it through to completion. When we had our large property in Idaho, it's just like half-done stuff was just everywhere all the time. It was just a really, really bad cycle to get into. So here, you know, if you've got something that needs immediate attention, you don't feel overwhelmed because it's a small space, even though it's, it's big for an RV, but it's still a small space. You just go tackle it, and you don't have that and then 100 other things over your head kind of clouding it.
We have been feeling very overwhelmed, before doing this. Between our health and the state of our lives. With,
it was a rough year.
Yeah, with everything that's been happening. And I think that the freedom that comes with doing this is a little addictive, being able to go anywhere you want.
Which you kind of got to let that sink in too. Because you always, I think it's kind of forced into us to put up these barriers and walls around what we think about when we, so when you do finally have that true freedom, I think it kind of takes a minute to embrace it.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm at some point, I want to get back to
homesteading and getting a, property that's got some land and absolutely.
But for right now, I just think that it's good for us. And it's good for everybody.
It's good for them too.
So, it's exciting, and there's a lot more space and storage in here than I anticipated. Not as much underneath.
Yeah, the underneath storage I touched on in the walkthrough video is next to nothing.
But there's more space inside than I thought. So I feel like we'll just whittle things down, put more things in storage if we have to, and get that property finished up so that we can continue on down that road.
Yeah, move to the next property that we want to
Exactly.
do. So that is, that's a great plan. And now you kind of have this vision of what we want to do. So we know this is our maiden voyage, so it's going to be about a month, give or take. And then we know what we're returning to. We know what we have to get done when we get back. So we got the next couple months planned out, and it kind of feels good. Even though we don't know what we're going to be doing once we leave Knoxville area, which is where we're at right now. We're visiting family in Knoxville. So after we leave Knoxville area, we'll pick a new route to go back down to Florida. Try to see some different stuff.
And take the kids to the water park.
Yeah, take the kids to the water park. I'm trying to avoid Atlanta because that was a disaster. But yeah, 30,000 pounds, and we're probably 60 feet, 62 feet hooked up, something like that. And in rush hour Atlanta traffic, so that was bad timing on my part.
And the roads are just
terrible. The roads just, it beat up it was brutal. The roads in Atlanta are
nauseating.
So bad. Very bad. So that was a rough 7 hours in the car to only cover the amount of time we covered, or amount of miles we covered.
So if we can just get a handle on the animals and Harold calming down and being okay.
Yep. Our dog is a unique animal. Our dog was basically, we rescued him from Georgia. He was abused or abandoned. And then we got him about 6 years ago. And he's always had property, so he was just kind of free roaming on our property, and he was just keep coyotes away. He's just a tough dog. And so now that he had this spot we had set up, and he's just got a lot of anxiety about being away from us. I think it's just very new. So we're trying to accommodate that as best as possible. So we're trying to...
Did you already tell the camera? Did you tell everybody about what happened?
No, because that's my bad ownership.
Well, no.
Yeah, I should have brought him in. There's a thunderstorm last night. I was just tired, and I didn't know it was going to thunderstorm.
Yeah.
We just gotten back from family. We were over there, and we were just all kind of tired and getting the kids in bed. And so we have 2 porches on this unit. And the back porch I had set up with a canopy over it, and he's got his dog bed and his dog crate and everything out there. And waterproof. But the storm just scared him, and so he tore through everything and got out. So I found him early this morning. He was wandering around trying to find our campsite. And I should have just brought him inside at night, which is what we were doing when he was fine. I just, for some reason, thought he'd be fine out there, wanted to be out there, you know, looking around and.
Well, when we were in Idaho, he was outside all the time.
All the time, yeah.
You know, I mean, we had acreage there, and so this was very new in that sense. I did not anticipate that he would.
Caught his reflection where I thought he was doing something.
I did not anticipate that he would, you know, get crazy because he didn't have the space.
Yeah.
So that's the difference, right? He doesn't have a bunch of acreage, and it really impacted him, and he had terrible anxiety today.
And mind you, in Florida, he doesn't have much space. He's like, he wants to be in the garage.
Yeah.
That's where he wants to be, like, because everything's so new and so weird, he feels more secure just being near us, I guess.
So it seems to be like visual stimulation is just too much for him.
Yeah.
He prefers to be in the crate. And so that's the current game plan, and we're working on something that's a little bit more.
Yeah, tomorrow I got to pick up some fencing to put outside of this porch so he can be on this side porch with us.
Yeah.
But also, if he does get a little squirrely, if I have the metal gate on the inside of our mesh fence out there, he can't destroy it. So, and then if he does start getting a little irritable, we'll just bring him inside here with us. But, you know, it's a small RV. He's a big dog.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna get the tent too.
Oh yeah, the outside room from
Yeah.
Solera, I believe, make the side porch extenda room, I think is what it's called.
Which would
So
be,
yeah.
I think that would be really good for him.
We're gonna move to a KOA on the other side of Knoxville in a couple days, and there is a Lazy Days over on that side of Knoxville. So hopefully we can get that picked up from there next week or so. Driving this thing was, I was worried about weight. And we're heavy, but we're not breaking any laws or capacity of the vehicles or anything. And it drove pretty well. I mean, when outside of bad roads, I mean, if you're on a decent to good road, the upgraded hitch and hitch receiver really did well. I didn't feel, I mean, the truck is more than capable of pulling in. It felt comfortable driving. But we do know we got to limit it to like 3 or 4 hours max in the car. Because then everybody just starts getting a little.
Yeah, we had that one day where everybody got a little crazy.
Yep, that was not a good day. That was our Atlanta day, and it was just too long.
How many hours was that?
You know, with bathroom breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We were in the car for like 7 hours.
Yeah, it was just a bit much.
Well,
because you know you have to get up and do the same thing the next day, and so that's, you know, that plays into it.
Yeah, because we were just stopping it one night at a time. And then now we're well, I'm gonna do a review video of this park.
Okay.
I'm gonna have that up in the next day or two. But what else is on your plate, you think? How are you feeling? Anything else you wanted to mention?
I mean, overall, let's talk about health.
Yeah.
So, haven't been able to really get off the couch in a while. And I don't know if it's timing or what is playing into it, but I feel like I'm starting to get supplements down to a point where I'm not feeling like garbage all the time.
Yeah.
I don't have like a ton of energy. I'm still drinking bangs in the morning, but it's working. You know, it's better than being a complete lump on a log on a couch all day where you just feel like I put on 10 pounds and I'm just worthless.
Yeah.
And then depressed because I'm worthless, and so it just makes me.
I'm not sure if I ever published any of the videos. Because we did like snippets of talking about the health stuff.
Oh.
I don't think we ever completed the back end of those videos.
Okay.
So
at some point.
Yeah, we'll talk about we'll talk about a health video. We've been kind of struggling with some health issues for, I guess, a while now. It's just kind of come to a head recently where we decided we had to make some decisions to move forward. So we'll talk about that, I'm sure, soon.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in this rig. Just like anything, there's a lot with this rig that there's to like, but it's RVs. There's always stuff. We had a leak in here already. You know, we've had it for a week and a half, and this little skylight was leaking. We got the leaking gutter out there on the porch, which they tried to patch up. So there's little things. You're always going to have your own tools and work on your rigs because they're put together quickly and they're pushed down the line.
And we still have a lot of organization to do in here when we get back to Florida and we have, more stuff to put in
more
here.
idea of what we need and what we can get rid of. Yeah.
But so far it's just felt functional, which is
I'm very happy with the floor
important.
plan.
Yeah.
It really has worked well. The master's a little tight because we put the king in there. So. But
other
than that,
we don't spend a lot of time in there.
No, we're in there at 11 o'clock at night, and I'm out of there by 7 at the latest. So.
There seems to be storage in there, enough storage, and the bed is comfortable. I love the fact that it's like the Craftmatic style that it adjusts.
It raises up. Yeah, it's awesome.
And so we can sit up and talk or watch a video or whatever, and but we sleep in there.
1 second, bud.
And then that's it. So as for us having the largest space, being for the kids and our living area, it just
makes it work.
Yeah, we compromise. We don't have an island, but I like having an open space so that we can throw a craft table up if we want, or have dinner. Put a dinner table up here, or if we wanted to throw a mattress on the floor and
do movie night on the big TV out here or something.
It's just works for us. So it was we weren't in love with the idea of going with the Heartland because we wanted something that was a little bit more solid.
Yeah, it had a little more. It basically post construction inspection quality control stuff in place, which Heartland. Most of them don't have that much, but we know the Grand Designs and the DRV Full House and Mobile Suites, those things they do. They pay a little more attention to detail than.
And the weight capacity.
And the weight, I wish this rig had a good 800 or 900 pounds more on its cargo capacity, but it is what it is. We made it work. We came in under what our weight ratings were on everything. So.
Yeah. So, but yes. And maybe I won't feel that way in a few months, but I do feel that way now, and
which is needed.
Yeah.
Everything's been so bleak.
Yeah.
And so dark. We're like, okay, we're making this change, and it's kind of like it was kind of a leap of faith to do this because we had no idea whether we were going to be at each other's throats and miserable.
We
and
were
it wouldn't
so
work.
Unhappy that we said it can't be worse. I think we have to give it a shot because
it was basically at that point.
Yeah.
Outside of something terrible happening to somebody in the family, it was
bad.
It was bad.
So I guess the opportunity is that it could have gotten worse, but we're very fortunate that it's actually worked out very well. And I would encourage so many people to do this.
Absolutely. So many jobs now are done remotely.
Yeah.
If you have any of those skill sets that allow you to do that, there's people way better than me to tell you every single job out there that you could possibly do. So YouTube it. But a lot of people are making it work.
You got to do what you love, right?
Freelance consulting and stuff is, all that kind of stuff. You can do it.
Yeah.
Sales, everything.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff.
Amazon's selling customer service help people for like $15, $17 an hour.
Yeah, there's all kinds of websites that are dedicated specifically to like Rat Race Rebellion and
which is something we'll dive into more once we leave Florida and get back out on the road, because we're gonna have to get into some of that stuff on this maiden voyage. We're kind of
just feeling it out.
We're feeling it out.
Get ideas for what we want to change and dial in a little bit more.
Which one do you like better?
Which one do I like better? Let us finish the video. 1 second,
I like
I'll
them
tuck
all.
you in. They're all pretty. Can you get jammy pants on to match your shirt?
I'll put them all in a case.
All right, perfect.
Okay. Oh, but what is that on the floor, that green thing?
That's a piece of lettuce.
Yeah.
We need to pick that up.
So yeah. I think he's trying to get down.
Trying to get down now?
Yeah, look at they're having this.
He does this all
stare
day.
off.
And poor little guy, he can't jump or move very well, but he wants to get up and down, up and down, up and down. He's got the energy of a 3-year-old, but the body capabilities of a 12-year-old dog. But you know what? He's doing better than he was when we left.
Yeah.
So I think the excitement, I mean, I just think it's a good choice. And we're going to just...
I have hiccups.
Okay, drink some juice. It's over here.
It doesn't work.
I think we're going to try to do like either just videos or lives or something once a week. So we'll pick a night, do something like that, just to talk about everything. And then stay tuned, because I'm going to try to put out some more stuff. I'm going to try to talk about each of the parks we go to, assuming we stay there for more than a day. We're not just passing through. I want to do a video on parks so people can have a resource for someone who's actually stayed there and done a video on it. Okay. So we're going to do some of that, and that's it for today, right? All set?
Yes.
Awesome. Good night.